I know why I'm doing it, but I sometimes wonder what it is that drives people like John to put themselves out on a limb like this. A lot of people are frustrated with their lives and with the work they're doing. But to make that decision to actually give up your job and just take off for God knows how many years you're going to be travelling for, it takes something, there has to be something to really push you to that.
Partly a personal thing and partly an escapism thing, definitely. The fact that you were actually going to escape from the normal run-of-the-mill life that you'd experienced being, for example, an accountant.
Do you think you're also trying to avoid responsibilities, avoid dealing with kind of unpleasant things or emotional problems? Or is there an element of that in it?
Definitely, yeah. Quite a big element of that, actually, yeah. Yeah. Certainly in terms of personal circumstances with my family and a few other things as well that I would be escaping from, and that certainly at the moment, and from me at the moment for quite a long time, I don't really want to face. Definitely. Definitely.
Probably it's the personal circumstances that make you actually, that are the trigger, I should imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the trigger that fires the gun. Definitely.
I mean, can you tell me what it was that fired the gun?
That fired the gun? When my mother and father died, I suppose. 1992.
Did they die together, or?
Yeah. Yeah. They both committed suicide. 18th of January, 1992.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
So, it's one of those things. I got one brother in America. And, yeah, from my point of view, there is also very little to go back to. But at the end of the day, life moves on, and you know, you've still got the friends, and to a certain extent, you've still got the support, but you're still fairly empty inside. And I suppose to a certain extent, you can use something like this. Some people throw themselves into work to get rid of it all. Some people don't. I just didn't want to. It took me 2 years to realise it. That's why I'm here. I might never want to go back home. I don't know.
Adie's an ex-soldier, and as far as he's concerned, anywhere's better than being back in England. You've been away, what, 2.5 years now? For most people, of course, it's really strange, the whole idea of just taking off and leaving your home, your family, your country, and just wandering for 2-3 years, and it might be a couple more years before you even think of going back.
I just prefer keep travelling, keep moving on, keep meeting new people, new places, seeing new things, like finding new experiences, not necessarily enjoying them, but going through them. And I tried settling down and getting married, and it wasn't me. You know, you just keep getting wanderlust every now and again, and it gets so bad that you feel like when you can't go, you just feel like you're imprisoned or you're being locked up somewhere. So probably that's why I don't really like going back to England, because that's where I tried to settle before and it just didn't work. So, I don't know.
But do you think it didn't work because of it being England or because of who you are?
Yeah, no, I don't blame the country, I blame me. I would have been prepared to stay, but you know, that fell apart due to like other personal reasons and things, and that was just like the final incentive. You know, like the straw that broke the camel's back. It's just like, oh, okay, I've had enough. I'm out of here and go.
Do you think it's a little bit sad that you can't resolve your problems in your own environment, that you do have to run away from?
No, I tried. I spent about 1.5 years trying to sort things out, but it was banging your head against a wall job. It gets to a stage where a person can take so much, and then sort of like you just think, and for the sake of your own sanity, you've just got to get away.
These days, you know, a lot of people, before taking off for 6 months a year, they must be thinking, well, will I ever find a job again? You know, doesn't that sort of thing really concern you?
I think if I'd have been marginally happy with what I was doing, you know, the environment I was doing it in,
You were a lawyer, right?
I was a lawyer, yeah. I was so certain that I did not want to do it, that it wasn't really a choice. I mean, as I said to you before, it was a choice of doing what I was doing or dysentery, and dysentery won, you know. So there you go.
Did dysentery win for you, Bill?
No, it wasn't. That's all right.
He's playing with his...
Concentrating on
I mean,
something else.
you walked out on a pretty good job in advertising. Didn't that sort of thing concern you?
I did very much come away with the thought that anything is possible on this trip for me. I mean, the reason why I'm doing this is to try and just open my mind up, really, because it's been very closed off and it's very channeled and very sort of full of adverts, which, fun though it is not the most important thing in the world.
Does the being on the road have that kind of also that connotation of flaxen-haired girls and long dusty roads stretching across unknown horizons?
Well, it's certainly a romantic journey. It's something that I'd always wanted to do and never thought I would ever have the guts to do, and I finally have had the guts to get up and do it. So from that point of view, and all of the places that hopefully I'll end up getting to and seeing all of the sunsets, all of the sunrises on mountaintops that I've never seen in England, for all of those things, yes, it is extremely romantic, but in terms of snogging lasses, not particularly.
It's not, to be honest, about that at all. It's just about getting in a truck, sleeping under the stars, waking up without worrying, waking up without thinking, I'm going to do this wrong and someone's going to shout at me. Just cruising, really.